everybody, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. Today I have a special video for y'all. It is a redo of my planner lineup for July coming up. A lot of us have planners that are starting in July. Some of us are moving to completely new planner systems. So it's going to be a big month for changing up your planners. And so if you're still trying to figure out what planner to use, or you're looking for some new planners to check out, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I'm doing, and maybe that can inspire you to change it up come July if you haven't done so already. So as far as my planner lineup goes, it is very different than what I started off with in January. That was the last time I did a really big major overhaul of the way my planners looked. Some of these planners you've already seen because I've been showing you how I've been putting them together over the past couple months, and then some of them I've already been using since for like the past couple of weeks. So overall, I do have a very specific setup going on here, and so I definitely want to go through each one of them with y'all, and then show you what I used as far as inserts go, because not everything in here is Happy Planner. I've also gotten some inserts from some other companies as well that I am starting to use, and I'm loving all of it so far. So looking at my planner lineup, I have a total of 4 planners in my planner stack, but some of these are FRAKENPLANNER, so you'll see different planner layouts in each of them, and then they all have their own special purpose. As far as what I'm using, I have a HP mini size planner. I also have a half letter size planner. This is one of my new favorites. And then I have 2 classic planners that I am using. Normally I'll have a big planner in my lineup, but that's usually my teacher planner. However, I'm on vacation and I don't need a teacher planner at least for like another 2 months. So no teacher planner in my lineup. This is what I am switching over to, and then come July or August, I will introduce a new teacher planner in here. Okay, so I'm gonna start from this, or actually I'm gonna start my classic. Let's start with this one here. I love this one. Okay, so the look of the classic is pretty much the same as what I've been using since January. I do have gold metal rings. It has this deluxe cover. Happy Planner doesn't make this cover anymore, and they actually don't make covers like this anymore. I haven't seen that in the past couple of releases for them, but this is a Happy Planner cover. On the inside, I have the new modern farmhouse cover, and I absolutely love the subway design. I knew as soon as it came out this was a planner cover that I absolutely wanted to add to my collection. So I bought the planner not just for the cover, it came with these gold metal rings as well, but I also bought it for the insides, the guts, which are dashboard layout. So I bought those, loved the dashboard layout. Originally I was using the home body, but I said, you know, I really love the design of this new dashboard, so I'm gonna end up buying it. And so this is what it looks like. It went back to this format where it has a color block, and I convinced myself that it was okay, I could do it, I could cover it up because the dividers are just so pretty in here. But then Happy Planner tricked me, for the best though. They came out with another planner that has the dashboard layout that is way more neutral. And so if you haven't seen it before, if you're looking for a more neutral dashboard layout, that is going to be in this planner. I don't know what it's called, but on the cover it says Be Wild and Wonder. It is a gorgeous cover as well, that came on some metal discs. And then the inside is just very, very neutral with the dashboard. It did go back to the 4 boxes on this side, different from the home body, but no color square. And so when I saw that, I was like, okay, this one's gonna make me more happy. So I bought this one, and I'm actually using the guts from this cover, but I'm using the cover of the modern farmhouse. So there's a lot of FRAKENPLANNER going in here, only because I do want a very neutral planner setup going into July. So you're gonna see a mix of different things in here, but I would say this is just a very FRAKENPLANNER planner with a lot of little things for me to plan out in here. So looking at my page here with my name on it, I already have my decal on here. I love how it says, "Hi there, this happy planner belongs to you," and then got our Plan the Happy Life logo down here. This side is a really nice light peach, and I love how they designed it to where when you flip the pages, the leaves are out here on the side, just like perfectly in line with the paper. So that looks so good together. Now, this came from the Modern Farmhouse Planner. However, the calendar had a lot of color to it, and so did the Year at a Glance. And so, again, because I want neutral, I ended up taking the page from the Be Wonder planner and the calendar and all of that part as well. So this part from Modern Farmhouse, but because I have 2 of these pages, I ended up just getting one of my teardrop paper clips. I love these paper clips, y'all. One of my favorite accessories now, and I just clip it down here at the bottom. In the past, I have glue or used double-sided tape to glue these 2 together, but I'm starting to realize that if I want to use this page for another time, these paper clips are awesome. They are still just as easy to just pick up the corner of the page and then just turn it. So I love the paper clips. I would think they're a great accessory, especially so you don't have to tape your pages in case you want to use them for later. Definitely good for you know, what day is the 10th? Is it a Monday or Tuesday kind of situation? But over here, I get that, and I get to mark down holidays or birthdays, or again, anything that's important that's happening in my life. If I need to block out a schedule, that's what I love using this Year at a Glance for. And so using the one that's very neutral, that's what my plan is, just to keep it simple, put pen to paper for this section to track those important dates. After that, you end up with your currently page for your first month. Here, I already have some stickers laid out. These are from the Califa Plan Volume 2 sticker book that just came out, and I love that they work perfectly in this space here, just so I can jot what I'm loving, eating, listening to, watching, and reading moving into July. That's what I like to use it for. And then, of course, some other space here that I can use for the currently page. The months that are in here, since this is kind of FRAKENPLANNED, this is only gonna have 3 months of the Be Wild planner. And then what I'll do is I'll switch out every 3 months and then put them in here. So this one's still intact, and I'm gonna keep alternating what months I want from this planner. When it comes to the monthly, I'm gonna use this as a cleaning schedule, and then I put quotes/errands on here, but this is just AKA I'm just gonna decorate it with some quotes that are on here. But the cleaning schedule is actually really cool. I'm gonna talk more about this in another video, but as far as the dashboard, I'm gonna use this for quote unquote work. Yes, I'm a teacher, but I also sponsor some other organizations. I also do some professional development during the summer, and that's what's gonna help me out here in this layout. So for right now, I'm doing Bujo spreads. That's what's helping me out tracking any work events, but this is going to be starting in July, and then of course anything that goes along with it will continue into August and September and so forth. So this one, I definitely am looking forward to decorating it, but it's mostly going to be very functional for me as well. Okay, so moving to the next section, I have a dashboard here to kind of separate the 2. There are 3 more months for my next section. This one, it comes from the very popular Wild Style planner. Absolutely gorgeous. It is a very neutral, clean, simple, vertical planner. And so if you haven't seen it yet, I kind of got this on some expander discs to store it, but it has really pretty leopard prints on all the dividers. Some of them have these really pretty styles as well. I love this palm leaf here for it. Gut wise, it's really pretty, but for me, I'm gonna be a little picky. Not all of these dividers are my favorite, so I wanted to keep it very simple in this planner. So for example, the black and whites, a little bit of golds is perfect, but something like this I probably wouldn't say fits into my planner style. Same thing with the month of July. You know, this pink is really pretty, but I didn't really want to use this planner divider. So what I'm doing to put use to my modern farmhouse is I'm actually using some of those dividers. So for example, the month of September, I didn't really like that one from Wild Style, so I ended up taking it from Modern Farmhouse for it. So what ends up happening, because I'm doing that, the font is very different. This is no longer very neutral. It's got some color to it, and it looks kind of, I mean, you could say it looks okay if that's something you want to try out. It doesn't bother you too much. It absolutely works. You know, swap out your dividers if you have extra ones, but I'm not actually using this monthly. So looking over here at July, I have it paper clipped here because, you know, I am going to be using a different divider from this planner, but I don't really need the monthly. I'm just going to flip it open to the first week of every month. So, you know, that's part of the reason why I'm FRAKENPLANNER it so much, because I don't need that monthly space. I just need the actual layout for the week. So that's what's happening here with these 3 months. That's why it looks like there's different font, because sometimes I decide to use the Wild Style covers, and other times I'm like, nah, I'm gonna switch it out for that Modern Farmhouse look. So cover wise, that's what's happening here. And then on the weeklies, I am going to use this for memory planning. This one's going to be a really fun new project for me to start, and I have 3 months for that in here. So far I have like a work planner and a memory planner in here. This last section is just a bunch of filler paper. So I have all kinds of style. I have this graph paper, Wild Style, I've got some line paper in here, and all of that's going to be used for these sections here. Let me talk about the dividers. The dividers are from some Happy Notes, and then this one's like from an expansion pack, only because I needed a bottom tab, and the Happy Notes only have 3 tabs here. So I stole this 4th one from an extension pack. But all of these tabs have a label on here that I got from the Plan sticker book. Not all of them are based on what it's for. I just kind of chose the sticker that, you know, describe that section best. So for example, this first one is labeled noted, but I'm using it for brain dumps. And so this is where I'm kind of storing some like papers from the block pads in here. I also have some line paper in here, you know, just brain dumps. I'm going to store them in here, whether I write them in here or I transfer them over. That's going to go in this first section here. This next divider is labeled home. This is more like a project for me. It's called home research and design, but it's only because I've been watching a lot of like HGTV, been reading like a bunch of home remodeling books. This is just me where I just kind of get a little creative. Like here I'm just messing around with the floor plan for a house. So that's just, I guess you could say, a doodling section for that. And then this last section says focus. This one is my journal. I don't keep a daily journal. For me, it's just take out a sheet of paper and write. And so that's what's happening here. And I've been doing that for a while. I used to keep it in a separate spiral, but I am going to go ahead and add it in here, just so I can have something to do on a daily basis in here. And then this last one is labeled projects, but this is really where I'm going to do some hand lettering practice. And I thought about maybe making this its own planner, like its own little Happy Note section, because it's a pretty good chunk of this planner. But then when I look at what's happening over here, it's really thin. There's not a lot, even with just 3 months. And so I said, you know, I'm just going to combine the two, because I absolutely love this Modern Farmhouse cover, and I love how it pairs up with this deluxe snap cover. So overall, this is like a perfect fit. I'm absolutely love this planner, but there's a lot going on here. So sorry if that took really long. The other ones will go by super quick, I promise, for them. Okay, this next planner, classic size planner here. This one you guys might have already seen, because this was kind of done on a whim one day. This is right when the Squad Girl, the new lineup, came out, and I just had to have this cover because I knew I wanted to make a separate wellness and fitness planner with it. So as soon as I bought it, I FRAKENPLANNED it, and I've been using it ever since. I took all of the guts out, all the paper. The dividers are still in here, and then over here I put it on some metal blue discs to kind of go with this beautiful cover. On the inside of the cover, it's got these really pretty rainbows, so really colorful setup in here, very different from that other classic planner. So I have a little note card, I have some sticky notes. These are awesome for pre-planning workouts because yes, you can pre-plan your workouts on here for the week. And then I have just kind of like a goal for each day, what I would like to accomplish. This first divider is my fitness section for workout. So for example, looking at this next week here, I have this divider that goes into these pages. These came from, what are they called? Oh, companion packs. And then this one came from a block pad. So I just kind of have these glued together for these pages because that way they can flip them together. But not a lot of decorating goes into this. I usually use some of the fitness stickers or the fitness wrong stickers in this one here. So I don't show this one off too much, but I absolutely love using this. It just makes it so simple just to kind of put what I plan to do each day and then to write what was actually done for it. So I have a lot of paper in here for fitness. The next section is wellness for it, and so I have a lot of wellness inserts that came from companion packs, that came from extension packs as well, that I just plan on working on in here. I have some paper from block pads in here. Let's see, this one came from the companion pack, more companion pack. This one I think came from an expansion pack. So I mean, as you can see, I have lots of options in here. I can either keep track of a weekly focus, I can check in for just a day, or I can try to check in for a whole week on here. Love those sheets. Then this one that came from the block pad, this one I can usually do for a daily check-in for that one. And so I really like this setup a lot, even though it came from a block pad, because it is blank on one side, and so the way I had to hole punch it is so that way they would flip on each other like this. But I'm not gonna glue them yet because down here they have a daily reflection, and I kind of feel like that's not a lot of space. So for me, I'm planning on, you know, if I need more space, I'll just write on this part here for it. But yeah, so that's going to be that section, and the back is just a bunch of extra paper for it. Okay, y'all, next up is my mini happy planner. This one got a major overhaul, but I'm still using it mostly for social media planning. It just has a very different look to it. Starting with this cover, this is a old cloth and paper ring agenda cover. So I'm gonna take this out for you guys to kind of see. I say old because this one actually came out a couple years ago before I even got into cloth and paper. So I actually had to search for these, and this one had the rings. I took them out, but this is what it originally looks like, because I also got the gray version of it as well. So pretty. But it's supposed to be a personal size planner, but I saw another planner say that they took the rings out and that a mini HP fits in here perfectly. It'll snap in and everything. The only issue is if you have these side tab dividers, and then the mini HP cover on here, it has some overhang. And so for me, I'm not too crazy about it. It's not in the way, but it also doesn't look very good. So I finally ordered the top tab dividers, so that way you don't see them as much from the top. And I'm gonna get rid of the side tab dividers here, so that way they don't have that overhang too much for it. So if you're curious, this personal size planner cover does fit the mini HP. You just have to take the rings out if it has rings for it. So over here on the side, I just have a couple of journaling cards. These are all from cloth and paper, and I'll take this out of the cover for you guys to see. This is on a set of mini plastic black disc. Man, if I really wish I had the metal black disc. That would look so pretty here, but it's okay. I have the plastic ones. They're just as cute. And then I have a clear glass cover from cloth and paper on front and back. Now this I printed out myself. This is actually a freebie from Plan with Jazz. She has a couple of different covers and you'll see them in my planners, but they are so pretty. And so I love how this one looks on the front of here. So love that cover. And then on the inside, I have lots of vellum inserts. This section here, I just have a couple of journaling cards. And then this actually has some page flags on it. And what I usually do is I'll just take them off. And then if I need a page flag, that's what I'll use it for. But they'll stay in here. Then I have a monthly overview here, or yearly overview, my year at a glance. This is on a really nice piece of vellum and just so thick, very pretty, from Cloth and Paper. All right, so this first section says on the go daily. This one is so cute because this one allows me, if I need to take a planner on the go, it allows me to keep track of just anything that I need to do for the day. And so this is that daily planner. It has, or it comes in a whole year. I've been using these every once in a while, but they have such a pretty layout that they actually inspired me to use them for my half letter planner, where I have a much busier daily schedule in them. But this has been a great option, so if I do have an on-the-go planner, this is what I'll use it for. The next couple of sections are for social media. This says to track social media, and I love to do that here on the year at the glance sections. I'll just kind of put the number of my followers over here, or did I post that day? I might circle the number for it. These have been really useful for that. And I just have them kind of paper clipped so that way they can open up with this back section here. So paper clips, y'all, super cool. And then this one holds the rest of those pages together since I don't need them right away. Okay, this next section is the actual social media planning. You guys have seen this already. It is simply the mini dashboard layout that I have been using since January, or actually January of last year. When I first started doing it this way, it was an undated expansion pack, and now I have so many different designs for the type of HP that you can use. Or I guess I should say planner that you can use. So for example, this one is the home body. And I've loved this one so much that I actually really thought about just hanging onto this for the whole year. But of course, Happy Planner made a very neutral dashboard layout to match the other line. So I'm actually gonna be switching to that one, just so I don't have to do as much cover up with my planner spreads going forward. So I am gonna switch over that planner, but I'm still gonna use a mini dashboard for social media planning for it. Okay, this next section says social media / prep ideas. There's just paper in here. These are some really pretty Cornell style notes from Cloth and Paper that I ordered. And so these will kind of go back here to brainstorm. And then this last section says notes. This here I have some HP mini paper. So this actually came from, I can't remember what it's called, but it has these really pretty dividers in here. And so I just kind of cut the tabs off. I did that for my other mini HP as well. I cut the tabs off of here and they fit perfectly with the rest of it. And then of course, got some vellum printouts here, all in there. So this one was actually much easier to put together because I already have so many mini HP products, and I just had to combine them with some things from Cloth and Paper and then some printouts that I found online, whether it was through another planner or through their Etsy shop. So this one I've been using for a while. My half letter though has been a work in progress. This one is by far my favorite planner though. So out of all the ones so far, I am loving this one. The reason why it took a while is because I don't have any half letter inserts or anything half letter. And I also didn't have a cover for it that I could use. So I had to order one, and this is the oh so popular MOTERM planner. This is in the color white. I know it looks a little beige in the light, but there's actually a much more tan looking cover that I have as well, but this is the white cover. It is so pretty. I am in love with these MOTERM covers. I've never had a cover like this before. I just love how flexible they are. I'll take this out for now, but I love how flexible they are. This one lays flat, whereas my other cover, these guys here, granted they're much stronger leather, but they kind of flop up naturally a little bit for it. So this is just so pretty. I love how it lays flat. It's got lots of pockets in here. I'm gonna do a review over a MOTERM cover later for you guys. But for now, I'll just show y'all that I have journaling cards here, and then I keep some Cloth and Paper stickers in these pockets that I use in this planner. Oh, I love this planner so much. So as far as what's in this planner. Most of it is cloth and paper, but I did get things from Etsy shops as well to put in here, and then I'm still working on it. So something that you're gonna notice is this cover is actually like a makeshift cover, and I actually like it. I ended up ordering the glass cover from Cloth and Paper recently. It hasn't gotten here yet, but I actually am okay with this. I just took a side tab divider and I cut them off here, so I may just end up keeping it like this, but I have that on the front and on the back for it, and then it's on a set of these 1-inch clear discs that are from Cloth and Paper. Now, something cool about the half letter is it's a disc bound system, so everything I was able to punch with my HP hole punch. Problem is there's no lines here for it, so man, this was a learning process. I can't tell you how many times I messed up punching things that I had printed myself because I was so used to just lining them up here. So if you are interested in the half letter and you have one of these hole punches, by all means, you know, I still need to put a mark here, but practice with some paper for a little bit, and then so you can get used to how it's gonna punch here for this one. But this is what has allowed me to build a half letter with any printouts such as this cover here. This is from the same planner, Playing with Jazz. This is another one of her designs that she came out with. So I have this here. Inserts, same thing. I have this journaling card holder here. And then I have an inbox, and my goodness, this is so pretty. I love this. You can consider this like a brain dump section. So if there is something very urgent I need to do, that's gonna go here. And so I usually alternate between what kind of Post-it notes will go here. Recently I've got the inbox Post-it notes and the circle ones from the last Cloth and Paper subscription box, so I am using those now, but I have tons of stickies that I like using with this inbox dashboard. Next up, I have some vellum and some other dashboards from Cloth and Paper. The black ones are my favorite, so Cloth and Paper, please come out with some more black ones. I just love how these feel, and they just look so pretty against your vellum, so I really hope they come out with some more for those. But that leads me into my first section. This is a monthly and weekly overview for it, and this divider was once a side tab divider, but same issue, it doesn't close properly with this cover here. There's a lot of overhang, and it's even worse than the mini HP, so I actually had to chop them off, and then they were just kind of left there by themselves. But then I decided to do a little bit of crafting magic, and I just put these washi tapes and these labels up here. So after I chopped them off, I put them at the top. But good news is I ordered some top tabs because they finally came in stock, so I can, you know, switch them out if I need to, if this doesn't stick for very long. But that's what I'm ended up using. It works so much better with top tab dividers. So heads up, if you're gonna do this, probably gonna need the top tab dividers for them. But this first section, it says bills because this monthly section here is where I'm going to be putting my bills, but I'll show you guys a blank one. It is very similar to those daily inserts, and then just very simple with this layout. It has June and August, so the month before, the month after here. It also tells you some, not all of the holidays, but some holidays in here. And then you have this section to jot down notes. Then I jump into this weekly section. These are going to be the non-dated weekly inserts from Cloth and Paper. So far, most of everything in here is Cloth and Paper, except for what I printed out. But these are gonna be really good for just jotting down what's really important that I have to do throughout the week. So not coming in and marking down what did I do today, but you have something to do on these days coming up for that week. And I like it because it lets me decide what week I actually want to use these on. And then there's a priority section and a note section here. So far I haven't really used these too much, but that's my goal for this section here. Next one is titled important, but I have a lot more budgeting in this one, and a lot more when it comes to tracking and saving it. I'll do a more detailed explanation of how I do my budgeting, because this is actually not the only thing that's with my budgeting system, but I do have some purchase trackers here from Cloth and Paper. I also have these monthly expenses, so that'll actually allow me to track the amounts and then put totals here. Now, This is just a note card from the Happy Planner that I like in here, just a reminder to stay on budget. You know, don't buy a lot of cloth and paper like I have recently. But I also have another sheet here to mark my categories, and what I usually just use these to mark them are some Tombow pens. Like, I love using these brush pens as highlighters now, not the black one of course, but a bunch of different colors. And so what I'll do is I will go in and mark what each expense was. So over here on my purchase tracker, and I will kind of mark, okay, it was this category for it. So these are really pretty inserts. However, they are sold out in the half letter size and a lot of sizes because both of these inserts are on sale. So I'm hoping that means that Cloth and Paper is coming out with a new version of purchase trackers, because I absolutely have loved using this system for the past 2 months in here. And tracking and keeping track of expenses, because that's a really big part of why I plan. Yeah, my next section is my daily schedule. I have absolutely been using this section a lot to track some of the important things that I need to do every day. They are undated, so if I feel like I don't need this system for that particular day, I am perfectly fine with skipping over to another day. So part of the big reason why I love these is the fact that they are undated, and then all I need to do is put the date, and then I can highlight or circle what day of the week it is if I decide to track something for that day. In this layout, I have a priority section, a to-do section, notes, and then schedule here. I love this layout because I love how much space you have for the schedule, but I also got this version. Both of those I got in my subscription box, but this one actually, surprisingly, I like a little bit more. Here I have priorities, but I also have an inspiration box. I have a to-do list. The note section is much smaller because I got this dot grid section, and I actually like this dot grid section more than I thought I would. The downside is that the scheduling section is a little bit smaller, so I actually found that I've been writing like a little bit ways into the next one here, but it's all for you to format, and I still love decorating with this spot here. So excited to show you guys how I use that some more. Next section is just wish list and recommendations. So some wish lists here. There's actually some vellum that I printed on here. This is actually the Happy Planner, one of their coloring sheets, and I actually took those designs and I printed them on vellum, and now they're part of my system. So got some Happy Planner in here too. But that kind of breaks into my recommendation section. Then this last part is for notes, and so this just has tons and tons of paper in here. Unfortunately, there's no Happy Planner paper because they don't have that half letter size, but I ordered this line memo paper from Cloth and Paper here. And then the back, just vellum and my cover here. So half letter, I would argue, or I would say, this is the very first planner that I open every single morning. I check my budgeting, my bills, I check whatever needs to be done for the day, and then if I need to jot anything important down, I do that on the inbox. And then from there, I will work my way to the other planners for the day. So, oh, I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. Poor mini planner. Oh, I love this mini planner too. So that is my lineup going into July. And again, some of these I'm already using, but others I am hoping to do more plans with me, especially this classic planner here. I know I haven't done that in a while with you guys, but hoping to get back into that using this brand new planner system with you guys. But hopefully y'all like this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see y'all around.